Queen Carvania stood haloed by the morning sun. An army hung on her every word.
My champions, I have sold my chariot on Carvana. 'Twas a lovely SUV, an inexplicably queenly offer. They're even coming to the castle to collect it. Tonight, we feast! An offer you can feast on. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.
It's time to break down the biggest stories of the day. This is the top 3 stories of the day on KSLSports.com. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
His dad was a race car driver, believe it or not.
I think owned the gas station right by East High School.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
At one point. Yeah. Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Time for the top 3 stories of the day. KSLSports.com, brought to you by J. Brooks Jewelers. Cherish your love with J. Brooks Jewelers. Explore their expertly crafted engagement rings made from the finest materials. J. Brooks Jewelers. All right, Christian, where do you want to start today?
Number 1, Ben missed out on one of the most important days of the year. Ben, let's get your thoughts on LeBron to Philly.
I'm very surprised it wasn't Miami or Cleveland. I actually really like that it wasn't Cleveland. I think it's more interesting. I'm not sure I get it. I think Cleveland's going to be, or Philly's going to be good. You know, Jaylen Brown's a really good player. LeBron, I think, can play the role as a helper. Ideally, you can tell Joel he only needs to play 50 games, save his body, be healthy at the end of the year, but it's not like they haven't been saying that for the last 5 seasons. I like the idea of VJ Edgecombe, like learning from LeBron a little bit. I like Tyrese Maxey having another guy who can help him initiate. And then I realize I'm just like drinking the Kool-Aid of like all the best case scenarios. And it's like, yeah, they've already told Joel to just be healthy at the end of the year, and it never works. And LeBron doesn't want to like coach VJ Edgecombe on how to become a better player. He didn't want to get out of the way for Luka or AR. So I don't think that's happening.
AR.
Jaylen Brown coming in is your best player. He is. I just think Jaylen Brown's the best player on the roster now. Guys switching teams and immediately stepping into a culture, especially when you're a weird culture guy like Jaylen Brown, who now has to be the best player on the team, usually doesn't work that seamlessly. It can get there, but usually doesn't work year one. And then you're taking the ball out of 23-year-old Tyrese Maxey's hands to give it to 41-year-old LeBron. Like, all the things I sold myself on are a coin standing on edge and me thinking it's going to fall the right way every time. Any one of those falls the wrong way, and it's a bad outcome. And that would be my fear for LeBron to Philly, other than I just like it more than the Cleveland story and the fact that Donovan Mitchell was catching strays, apparently, that Donovan still being there is the reason LeBron didn't go to Cleveland is a little funny.
I love how that leaked out.
But otherwise, all the like optimistic parts of me, which I still weirdly find myself as a LeBron optimist, despite the fact that like there's so little evidence that that's how I should feel, it could really go wrong in Philly. And then the fact that he doesn't have a no trade clause does mean Philly could do the funniest thing. And this is how
he doesn't have a no trade.
He doesn't have a no trade clause.
You said does. Sorry.
Oh, doesn't have a no trade clause. So Philly can just trade him to Toronto if they want to with a 15% trade kicker. But when you make $4 million a year,
who cares?
Who cares about a 15% trade kicker? This is actually extremely funny. It was really a bad sign for me that he went to Philly, which has a relatively weak front office. It doesn't have like the most established execs right now. And it made me think, oh, LeBron is coming in to make more moves.
Well, LeBron knows the GM. They grew up playing high school basketball together.
Okay. Yeah. LeBron is coming in to play GM again.
Well,
and thought this is a team where I might be able to make some moves. Don't be surprised if VJ Edgecombe is on the
gets
move.
Traded. Yeah, I don't know about the LeBron flex and with the GM. I want to run a couple things by you. First of all, if this feels, I should have seen this coming more than I did.
Okay.
I thought Cleveland, and then I was kind of bending maybe Miami, thinking about the weather. I should have seen this coming because LeBron is so thirsty to be seen as the GOAT. He feels like he needs another championship. And what's the easiest way to get a championship? Well, that's to glom on to an already star-studded roster.
pretty good team.
Or whatever.
It also doesn't quite look as ring-chasey as it could have been.
Totally does.
It is.
It is ring-chasey, and it looks ring-chasey.
It would be worse if he signed with the Knicks. It would be worse if he signed, I think, with Boston. I think it would actually be worse if he signed with Miami after they went out and got Giannis. So I think in his mind, he's like weighing all these different options. And he says, like, truthfully, Philly has stunk for 25 years. Like, they've had a little bit of success, but Joel's never been to the conference finals. AI got there once.
They haven't gone. Yeah, they haven't gone since 2001.
Right. The year they lost, 4-1 to the Lakers in the finals. So that part of it, I'm sure, absolutely factored in.
He went there because it's his super team, and it's his best way to get a championship. And when it does fail, I am going to laugh. But can I ask you this? Why does LeBron hate Philadelphia?
Does he hate Philly?
I'm guessing he's not
He's
even going to
living
live
in New
there.
York?
He's going to live
Well-
there in New York. And I brought this up with Christian. Can you imagine if somebody signed in Salt Lake and said, I'm actually going to live in Vegas, and I'm going to helicopter into Salt Lake because I hate your community so much. I can't even be bothered to live here. And what's it with LeBron clowning communities? Because he was playing golf and talking about how crappy Memphis is
Memphis.
and how they should move it to Nashville. Now he can't even be bothered to live in Philadelphia. I find that hilarious. I'm sure Philly's a fine town.
I also wondered, that struck me, obviously, the New York thing. Now, look, I think Tony Jones was on this, not our show, but on the station earlier. I think he lives in New Jersey and covers Philly. It's not like totally
It's
uncommon.
not the same thing.
It's not, but New
It's
York
not.
and New Jersey are very close.
Yeah,
and
and guess
LeBron
what?
can afford to buy any house he wants
Guess
anywhere
what?
in the world.
Why they're close? Because New Jersey is in between New York and
You're right.
Philadelphia.
It's not the
so
easiest
in
pathway.
order to get to work, he has to take a helicopter over an entire state. Tony Jones drives a Prius across a state line. That is not the same
You're
thing.
right. You're right. No, clearly he doesn't want to live in Philadelphia. If he did, he
So
would live in Philadelphia.
what's up with that?
No, it's Roger Clemens not traveling with the team.
And the other thing, I I love the Donovan Mitchell thing that it leaked out. I love it because
If we need to reset it, yes. The
it
belief
all-
was
okay. Go ahead.
LeBron would be in Cleveland right now if Donovan Mitchell was not in Cleveland still. If they had moved him to New Jersey or Brooklyn now or whatever, and he was going to live somewhere else or be playing somewhere else, that would have left a space for LeBron to come in.
Now, why is that? Next step. Why would he feel that way?
Why is that?
Comes back to Darius Garland v. Donovan Mitchell and that feud 2 years ago, 3 years ago, where Garland's demanding a trade, Donovan's demanding a contract extension. Adele is leaking to the media that Donovan is a coach killer. You remember all that? Mm-hmm. Adele doesn't forget, man.
I didn't see. I saw the tweet. I can't remember who wrote it. So I apologize for not giving them proper attribution. Somebody said there's no one better in the NBA at basically hiding being bad or like the best losing player in the NBA than Donovan Mitchell. Donovan is the king of had a good game in the closeout game of the series that we lost, but I scored 40. But you're like, it always happens that way. He's always on these losing teams. He's kind of always can't break through. The Jazz never got to the conference finals with Donovan. But you look at his box score, you can always say, I mean, he had 50
I was
twice
good tonight.
against
Yeah.
the Nuggets in that bubble. It's like, how did the Jazz blow a 3-1 series lead to the Nuggets in the bubble? It's like, there's kind of a lot of common themes there with Donovan. So to that point, LeBron probably is smart enough to sniff that out. I do think LeBron now,
No, I think LeBron holds a grudge.
it's very possible.
I don't
also.
think LeBron sniffed anything else. I
Okay.
think LeBron holds a grudge because his guy lost. Cleveland picked Donovan. They didn't pick Darius Garland.
Yeah.
They traded
Okay,
Darius Garland.
that's very fair.
So LeBron isn't going to go back to Cleveland and play with Donovan because you never
Not his clutch guy.
never double cross Adele.
But if
then,
it was
'cause
Darius-
Adele remembers,
Yes, if Donovan had been traded to the Clippers
and
or had been
Darius
traded to Brooklyn,
Garland were still there,
you get the clutch marriage.
you get the deal.
Yeah, very possible.
But I don't think it has anything to do with, I don't know if Donovan can come through in the clutch. Because you have LeBron. LeBron's coming through in the clutch.
LeBron's getting touches.
To you, more of your, I kind of like how you started, and we can move on. And we can even come back to this, but where you see all the things that could go right. I made this joke with Gina Mizell yesterday. VJ Edgecombe is never going to shoot again. So if you think that's good for his development, well, that's good times. Because LeBron is taking a bite out of somebody. LeBron should come in and be their power forward and be Draymond Green, average 9 points a game, 8 rebounds,
assists. Yeah.
6 assists.
Yeah.
Maybe kind of try and play big because you're older and you can't move laterally, but maybe you can forearm somebody in the face once in a while. He ain't doing that. In fact, Christian brought it to my attention yesterday, but it was Sham Charania who reported that LeBron wants to come in and play a little point guard. And it's like, of course that leaks right away. Because LeBron is already telling the other players on that team, I'm going to be touching the basketball. Tyrese Maxey, if you think you're going to be point guard and dribbling, not on my team.
Yeah, not on my watch.
Not on my watch. I've already got the Shams leaking it out there that I'm playing point guard. I'm coming in to play point guard.
No, there's a real world where this is just worse for everybody on Philly, and you better get used to playing defense because LeBron's cherry picking.
But the good news is it's all going to be on tape and documented for everybody to see. Do you think for 1 second Jaylen Brown is going to enjoy playing with LeBron James? He just got done with Jason Tatum,
right?
Eclipsing him out, and now he's got LeBron James, and
who's a worse player and needs more.
And LeBron and Brown didn't even talk before LeBron signed. Remember, Jaylen Brown was clowning Bronny.
Yep. No, it could easily go wrong, really wrong.
But Rich Paul did talk to Jaylen Brown, so I'm sure they worked it all out.
Sure, it's great.
We have the tech to get food delivered in 15 minutes, but we all have horror stories about buying tickets. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage. Get amazing tickets in just a few taps. Fees are included, so what you see is what you pay. And the Game Time guarantee means authentic tickets at the best price every time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to concerts, sports, comedy, and more with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
The snack wrap plus Caesar sauce equals extra crispy chicken Caesar-y greatness. Sounds delicious. Caesar sauce at McDonald's for a limited time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Next.
Number 2, Big Ten Media Days underway. Kyle Whittingham is not taking the podium until Thursday, but we did get this soundbite from him today.
Wait, what do you mean? Today is Big Ten Media Day. What do you mean he's not doing it until Thursday?
Media Days with the Z. Whit is telling us how to fix college football.
I think it's got to be an NFL minor league model where we have a salary cap. And, the players are employees. I think, as distasteful as some of that is, I don't think there's any other way that is better than that. And, right now it's out of control. I mean, we're going to have probably, a dozen teams in the next recruiting cycle with $50 million rosters. And there's such a disparity between the haves and the have-nots. And I think that the only way to get that evened out and level the playing field is to go ahead and pattern it after an NFL, like I said, a minor league NFL model and a super league, if you will, and you'll probably see 48 to 60 teams survive the cut and be on the right side of the line in the sand and proceed forward.
Whit's got to be careful. That's Big 12 talk. He's going to get disappeared because that's not necessary. That's great for the Big 12. It's great for the ACC. That's not, the Big 10 and the SEC should just be trying to pull away themselves, and that's some of the 48 team talk. But that is still this idea that we want what's fair for everybody. That's not what Michigan fans want.
Well, that's funny you say that because I was just about to totally give him credit for staying consistent.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that is still Kyle Whittingham that we knew.
Even though that is not in his self-interest at the moment anymore, we heard him say basically that exact same thing.
Exactly right, no question.
When he was just east of us here, up there on the hill. So I was about to give him credit for staying consistent. Good for him. It's not like he went to the Big Ten and was like, screw those guys.
Big 12 stinks.
We've got all the resources in the world. Not my problem anymore. He did not do that.
He did not. Credit him for not doing that. However, I don't think that's going to make him beloved anywhere.
Well, is that his goal?
No, probably not. And we know he's only going to be here for a couple of years. And again, this is another story we need to talk about. But you saw the numbers for the jersey patches for Ohio State and Notre Dame, that they're selling their jersey patches for $15 to $20 million a year annually, which is what the entire Big 12 got for the monster jersey patch that is getting split 16 ways. And all these Big 10 teams are selling their individual jersey patch for $16 to $17 million a year for their own team. Like, this is about pulling away. This is about Michigan looking at the Big 12 and scoffing at it and saying, you're not in our league. Quite literally, you're not in our league. But also, you're not in our same sport. And we don't want you in our sport anymore. I'm going to try to not have the most callous view of college athletics going forward. I don't think it's good for the show. I don't think it's good for my opinions. We've got a college football season coming right up. College basketball is not that far away either. But, man, it's hard to look at this and feel like, yeah, this is good. This is going well. This is good. This is all going to be really good. This is going to last a while. It doesn't feel that way to me at all.
No.
But I'm glad Whit will say that. I just think that Whit is going to be the last of a dying breed saying this.
We'll see.
In that conference
that there should be any rules and regs at all.
That there should be inclusion for anyone beyond just this conference or just that conference or maybe just these two conferences. But the SEC doesn't want that. The SEC doesn't want to be involved with the Big Ten. If they did, they'd do college football playoff expansion. They don't want it. They've already said it. So soon, the Big Ten is only going to start looking out for itself. The SEC is already only looking out for itself, and neither of those is good for the conference that we cover.
Next.
Number 3, an update to a story we touched on yesterday. Kyle Shanahan, 49ers head coach, came out today and talked about his car accident that wasn't reported on until a week after it happened.
First of all, car crash coaches across football right now. Shanahan, is it the Vikings defensive backs coach who got suspended for 3 weeks today for getting a DUI? There was who's the tight ends coach on the East Coast that just got fired? For the Commanders that got fired for getting a DUI or DWI, whatever. All these coaches are getting canned or suspended for getting in car wrecks. Shanahan today says, I was looking for my phone in between the seats and I took my eyes off the road. Wrong. I don't believe that for a second. It doesn't mean he was drinking, but he was texting or doing whatever and not paying attention and rear-ended somebody. It was his fault. But
he didn't get cited, though.
No, he didn't. It must have not been. I mean, I'm glad no one got hurt.
Well,
Seriously.
I mean, if he were drunk, I would like to think.
Correct.
He got pretty hurt. He didn't hurt anybody
Yes,
else.
correct. He did get hurt.
But if he were intoxicated, maybe, I mean, call me naive, but I'd like to believe that the good folks in law enforcement out there would enforce the law. I don't know about texting and driving. I don't know what the law
He could call
specifically-
Diana Rossini and get out of it.
I don't know. But I will tell you this, that I was talking to Christian because he upgraded from the Maserati and has a newer car.
Oh, congrats.
And my newer car has Android Auto where my other one didn't. I mean, I think you're in a fairly new car that you probably have, but you're a weirdo Apple person and have that whole thing. There is zero excuse to text in the car anymore. There just
You don't need to take your eyes off the road to
is
text.
Zero excuse to text in the car anymore. So I don't know what Shanahan was doing, but if you're out there in the modern technological word where you can just push a button to have your text read to you and then easily respond.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to be having it on your lap or having it reaching for it or whatever. So I would guess Shanahan is not driving a Maserati like Christian was that may not have that capability. My guess is his car is a little bit more up to date. So let's just not scroll Twitter or the Talk Snap or whatever.
Right.
Christian speculated something more nefarious that he was looking at. I'm not going to go down that road.
Well, Diana Rossini had to break. What was her news that she was breaking while she got pulled over?
The Bills coach that got fired.
The Bills coach that got fired. She had to do it. So her eyes had to be on the phone. She's an NFL insider after all.
Was
an NFL insider after all. Yeah, what's Shanahan's excuse? He's not a newsbreaker.
I agree. It can wait. It can wait. But yeah, a lot of people are driving around listening to the show. Just stay focused on the road. That's why radio is a great medium. You can listen.
You can listen
easily while maintaining
That's why we
focus
don't have a text line
on the road.
Don't text in. There's nowhere to text.
I kind of miss the text line.
But I don't miss people getting in car wrecks.
No, I agree.
And I'm sure there was somebody who got into a wreck texting a radio station somewhere at some point in their life.
Not that I know of, pal.
Not on our show.
No.
You used a call-in feature, the voicemail, you're ready to go.
All right, more Jake and Ben coming up next, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Fair warning, bring home one Minky Couture blanket and suddenly everyone in the house will claim it as theirs. That's the Minky Couture difference. 17 years ago, Minky Couture created the original luxury Minky blanket. And ever since, we've been bringing comfort, connection, and softness to families everywhere. Crafted with premium quality and thoughtfully designed styles, our blankets are made for real-life cozy moments, from movie nights and afternoon naps to slow mornings at home. Shop now at minkycouture.com. That's MINKYCOUTURE.com and discover why Minky quickly becomes everyone's favorite blanket.
Summer weather can be relentless. The heat, the humidity, long, hot days that leave you ready for cooling, relaxing relief. Caraloha bamboo sheets are naturally cooling, breathable, and luxuriously soft, letting you enjoy a sleep experience that feels better and recharges you every night. This season, discover why Caraloha is proud to partner with the National Eczema Association in celebrating comfort that's gentle on skin. Sleep cooler, comfier, and cleaner with Caraloha bamboo. Visit caraloha.com. That's CARILOHA.com. Caraloha. Same summer, just softer.